We definitely started the business on the smell of an oily rag. Our first premises was 16 square metres in the back of Big Shed Brewery down in sunny Royal Park.
From the very outset, we aimed to make gins with more flavour. And we did that by amplifying, by concentrating the ingredients that we use in order to create the very, very best gin that we could possibly make.
So we cracked this triple juniper recipe, this code, this thing, this elusive gin that we've been searching for one morning. We decided to all Uber it down to our little shared space because we knew this day was going to be a heavy day of distilling trials and botanical trials and gin blending. And by the end of the day, we'd absolutely nailed what we really believed was this essence of triple juniper gin, big, bold, classic, full flavoured gin.
We wanted to be an international brand from the moment that we started life as a brand. It took us about a year to do our first bottle export, but the planning started right from the beginning.
When we first started out, there was so many different regulations, so many different hurdles when it comes to stepping into different markets globally. Having a leg up, having the assistance of the department to be able to even just manage that, to work through that workload, has been absolutely paramount to our success.
The advisors we've worked with in the department have been really instrumental to our export success. The thing I've appreciated the most is their first-hand experience in business and export, not just from the government perspective, but actually from doing it themselves or assisting businesses to do so.
Exporting isn't a panacea. It requires a lot of work. It requires you to be physically present in those markets. You need to have an idea of how you're going to launch in those markets, to be there, to create connections and networks. So the department's helped us by providing grants that have enabled us to travel to those markets and create those networks.
The money part was really important. When you're running a business off the smell of an oily rag, it's true. Like it's. I know it sounds horrible. It's very unromantic to sort of talk about financial assistance, but all of our business is still funneling every bit of money that we make back into it. So when you get a bump, when you get any kind of assistance, it's huge. And it was a massive, massive shift for us. It gave us the capacity to be able to do things like expand our website, to communicate our brand in different ways, to meet distributors and influencers in the industry.
To see our gin in bars in Singapore and Hong Kong and Japan and the UK and New Zealand, it's just tremendous. I mean, it's the realisation of a vision and of a dream that we've had for probably 6 or 7 years.
I think export is very much like stepping into the never never. It's this journey into the unknown, and it can be very daunting. It's certainly a challenge when you put all of your faith in other people to represent your brand and to do the very best for your brand in other parts of the world. But as I said, the department's been a great resource for us to be able to make it as easy as possible. And without them, we certainly wouldn't be where we are today. I'm constantly shocked by it. This place makes me emotional. Like, look at that. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's insane. That matches our label. And that label was created in a shed in Royal Park in the west of Adelaide. When we put that on the label, we never expected it to actually represent where we were. It was just supposed to look nice. I'm constantly surprised by it. I'm constantly surprised that a bartender in London would think that our gin is better than anything else that they're working with. That sort of stuff gives us the energy and the power to continue to eat beans on toast until we get where we need to go. And I'm pretty confident that we'll get there.